Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we were exploring the groundbreaking ideas of Karl Popper. Karl Popper is a philosopher whose life and work reshape our understanding of science. So, we'll delve into his method of conjectures and refutations and see how his personal journey influenced his revolutionary thinking. But now, before we proceed to his ideas about the method of conjectures and refutations, we will talk about the biography of Karl Popper. So, who is Karl Popper? Karl Popper was born in Vienna, Austria in 1902. Vienna at that time was a vibrant hub of intellectual activity, but also social and political turmoil. Growing up, Popper was exposed to diverse ideas, including the Marxism, psychoanalysis, and Einstein's revolutionary theory of relativity. He was particularly struck by the difference between the dogmatic claims of Marxism and psychoanalysis, and the testable open-ended nature of Einstein's work. This contrast would shape his core philosophical ideas. Of course, he was also a very curious person and a lifelong learner. So, of course, Karl Popper, he was trying to understand about the method of induction. So, here we can see the problem of induction. To understand Popper's method, we need to understand the problem he was trying to solve. Traditionally, science was seen as progressing through induction, drawing general conclusions from specific observations. But Popper here recognized a crucial limitation. No matter how many confirming instances you gather, you can never definitively prove a universal statement. And of course, one of the idea of Karl Popper about the conjectures, the method of conjectures and refutations is a way to understand if how we are able to learn, especially in science, in the field of science. Kumbaga, ang method ng conjectures and refutations ni Karl Popper ay isang paraan para maintindihan natin kung paano tayo natuto or paano natin naiintindihan lalo na yung science. And of course, sinabi ni Karl Popper na instead of just seeing things, kung ano lang yung nakikita natin sa paligid natin, kung ano lang nakikita natin na natutunan natin by making our conjectures or sa palagay natin or guesses or ang hula natin. So, ito ay trying to prove those guesses wrong. So, sabi niya na imbis na basta makita lang natin ang mga bagay na paulit-ulit, natututo tayo sa pamamagitan na paggawa ng mga hula at pagsubok na patunayan na muli ang mga hulang yon. So, dito na papasok ang the problem of induction. Dito, si Karl Popper ay nakikita niya ng problem with the old way of thinking. Because people thought if something happens many times, it must always happen again. Nakita ni Popper ang problema sa dating paraan ng pag-iisip. Kumbaga, iniisip ng mga tao natin kapag nangyari ang isang bagay ng maraming beses, dapat lagi na itong mangyayari. So example, like if I see many white birds, all birds must be white, but sa claim na ito, Karl Popper said that this is not true. Katulad ng kapag nakakita ko ng maraming puting ibon, dapat lahat ng ibon puti. Pero sabi ni Popper, hindi ito totoo. because he said, you can never be sure one blackbird can change everything. Sabi niya, hindi ka pwedeng maging sigurado. Isang itim na ibon lang, pwede magbago ang lahat. Pwede magbago yung isang claim. So, Karl Popper said, we start with a guess or hula or sa palagay natin mismo na tinatawag niya ito na conjecture. Kaya sabi niya, nagsisimula tayo sa isang hula. Tinatawag niya itong conjecture. So, ano ba talaga yung conjecture? Conjecture is a smart idea about how something works. And conjecture ay isang matalinong idea tungkol sa kung ano at paano gumagana isang bagay. If how the thing works. Then, we try to prove our guess is wrong. Ay tinatawag niya naman itong refutation. Tapos, sinusubukan natin na patunayan na ang claim natin ay mali, na mali ang hula natin. Tinatawag niya itong refutation. So, we don't try to find things that make our guess look good. We try to find things that break our guess, break our conjectures, refute our conjectures rather. Hindi natin sinusubukan maghanap ng mga bagay na magpapaganda sa hula natin. Sinusubukan natin na maghanap ng mga bagay na sisira sa hula natin. If we can break our guess, it's a strong guess. But if we find something that breaks it, we'll learn something new. I mean, kapag hindi natin masira ang hula natin, malakas na hula yon. Pero kapag nakahanap tayo ng bagay na sisira dito, may bago tayong matutunan. One of the example here is, imagine you guess something. Example, if I drop a ball, it will fall down. You drop the ball, it falls down. You try again and again, it always falls. Imagine yung nahula mo kapag binagsak ko ang bola, babagsak ito. Binagsak mo ang bola, bumagsak ito. Sinubukan mo ulit at ulit. Laging bumabagsak. You tried very hard to find a mistake but you could not. So your guess is strong. Sinubukan mong hanapin ang mali pero hindi mo nakikita kaya malakas ang hula mo. So Popper said, this is how science should work. We make a guess or conjecture. We try to break it and if it breaks, we make a new, better guess. Sabi ni Popper, dapat ganito gumana ang science. Gumagawa tayo ng hula or guess. Sinubukan natin itong sirain at kapag nasira, gumagawa tayo ng bago na mas magandang hula. He believed this is how we can make the world a better place.
Good morning everyone. So today we will tackle about our reports, the conjecture of Karl Popper. So Karl Popper is a philosopher of science, introduced the method of conjecture and refutation. This method explains how scientific knowledge grows through a continuous process of proposing ideas and testing them. So first we will tackle about the conjecture. Conjecture meaning making a guess, so that the scientist may first make a hypothesis or an educated guess about something in the world. This is based on observation but is still just a theory, not yet proven true. So sabi dito is ang conjecture is una gumagawa yung mga siyentipiko ng mga palagay o teorya batay sa obserbasyon nila. Ngunit ito hindi na tiyak na totoo o it is a certain knowledge but it is kumbaga ito yung teorya nila na hindi pa natin masabi na totoo at hindi din natin masasabi na mali. So second is refutation. Refutation is testing or disproving. So instead of trying to prove the hypothesis correct, so the scientist must try to prove it wrong. So in hypothesis can survive multiple attempts to disprove it. Then it's considered reliable but never 100% certain. So ito naman kumbaga yung repetition, kumbaga ito yung sinusubok nila kung how they come up in a certain knowledge, but kumbaga ito yung pinapatunayan na tama ang teorya nila. So dapat subukin ito na kumbaga parang mali yung hindi totally na mali, but they try to find another option or other theory na masasabi nila na tama at ito yung masasabi nila na mali. So third is the falsifiability. So Popper argued that the good scientific theory must be testable and falsifiable. So meaning there must be a way to prove it is false if it is wrong. Like for example, all swans are white, so this falsifiable because finding one black swan would prove it wrong. So meaning is, sabi dito, di lahat ng swan ay puti. So halimbawa, may makikita ka dyan na swan or na nagalangay dyan na itim. So hindi natin masabi na mali yun siya lahat, kasi nga may nakita tayo na swan na itim. Kundi it's kind of theory on how they come up in the idea na hindi natin masasabi na tama, pero nakikita natin na hindi siya totally na tama siya, but there's something na mayroong mali doon sa teorya. So fourth is the scientific progress. So science moved forward by eliminating false ideas and replacing them with better ones. So instead of proving things absolutely true, scientists refine their knowledge over time. So dito naman sa scientific progress, so science does not aim to establish absolute truth. Instead, it moves forward by eliminating false idea and replacing them with better ones. So kumbaga, science is they find a theory or a paradigm na if that framework does not align with this specific problem, so they come up with another paradigm or the new framework so that they can address those theory na para masabi nila na tama yun siya. So not necessarily to prove that it's true, but to sum up with the idea na that theory, it can be true or it is false. So for example, testing coffee's effect or on intelligence. So yung coffee is, sabi nila, is nakatulong daw para mag-grow yung knowledge natin. But if a scientist claim that drinking coffee makes people smarter, then the researcher must test this by trying to find cases where coffee drinkers do not become smarter. So if evidence contradict the claim, the hypothesis must be revised or rejected. So yung sabi dito, if sabi nila kapag ikaw ay nakikita nila na palagi kang umiinom ng kape, palagi kang umiinom ng kape, tapos nakikita nila na tumatalino ka, pero meron din na umiinom ng kape na hindi nila nakikita na talino. So yun, in a certain paradigm na they try to explain or they address something in a certain framework, tapos hindi nila nakita yun siya na tama siya or na mali, so they come up with to another framework siya. So in conclusion, Popper's philosophy teaches that true scientific inquiry is based on learning from mistakes. So based on learning from mistakes, so yung pagkakamali, doon sila nakikita na once the science prove na mali sila, so they come up with the true, with another framework so that they can address that falsifiability theory, that they can find a certain knowledge or a certain truth. Instead of treating ideas as unquestionable truth, so science must always remain open to testing, criticism, and improvements. So this mindset fosters intellectual humility, encouraging us to seek better explanation rather than changing to exist beliefs. So that's all. I hope you understand. Thank you.